Hello everyone. We have last time seen camps and followers, some fundamentals. Then we saw the terminology for the camp. Today we will see what is called as how to draw the profile of a camp. So how to draw camp profile. This is the topic. Now, how to draw a camp profile depends on what is the type of motion of a follower we require. So first thing, let us jot down types of follower motions. Types of motions of follower. One is uniform velocity. Second is simple harmonic motion, that is SHM. Third is uniform acceleration and retardation. And the fourth is cycloidal. So these are the four different types of motions that exist of a follower. What does that mean? Say for example, uniform velocity is the type of motion of a follower. Means what? When the follower is going up, suppose it's going up by, let's say, 20 millimeters. The rise is 20 millimeters, or rather the stroke is 20 millimeters. So when it travels a distance equal to 20 millimeters, if we draw the curve for its displacement versus time, then what that curve is, that is what is deciding these different types of motions. So when it says uniform velocity, that means it is covering 20 millimeter distance in a certain time with a constant velocity. That means it is starting from here and reaching here with a velocity that is a constant velocity. It is going with a constant velocity, no acceleration, no retardation. Then the second is simple harmonic, which we will see of course one by one. Uniform acceleration and cycloidal, they are the different types of motions. Now what we do is, we are going to learn how to draw the profile of a camp in each of these cases. So let us right now start with drawing a camp profile for a uniform velocity of follower. For a uniform velocity of follower. So write down this, then we will see how to do it. Okay, so with this we also begin our practical exercises. So whatever we are going to describe, that is going to be a part of a practical work. So we call it as practical number 1. Normally what we do is, we describe the things in the class and then the problems are solved during the practical time. So right now whatever is going to be described here in the lecture, that you will be drawing as a kind of a homework, and that is the practical work. So practical number is 1 and problem number is 1. So you can write down the problem. Draw a camp profile for following conditions. Draw a camp profile for following conditions. I'll write this here. Type of follower, knife edge. Type of follower is knife edge. Motion of follower, uniform velocity. Base circle size 60 mm. Base circle size is 60 mm. line of action radial, line of action is radial, then you require right here cam angle details, theta rise is equal to 90 degrees, theta dwell is equal to 90 degrees, theta return equal to 180 degrees. So now based on this, we are going to draw the cam profile. So this is the data that is given, and now we start the work. So you in fact jot down, because I will require space, so I will have to erase this and draw the figure in this much portion. So just write this down as a data, and then we'll see how to use this data and draw the cursor down. Okay, so now you look how this procedure is carried out for drawing the cam profile. The data is already there with us. The data says that there is a base circle size of 60 mm. So we start with the base circle. So somewhere here I will draw the base circle as per the given size. So we have drawn a circle of diameter 60 mm. This is a base circle. You have to write your base circle later on. Then we are going to show the follower. So I'll draw maybe some reference line like this. And let's say this is the follower, which is a knife edge follower, and is the starting point. Now it says, the data says that for the first 90 degrees, that means this much, this is the first 90 degrees, this is going to be theta rise, theta rise. Then the next 90 degrees, this is theta dwell, and the next 180 degrees is going to be theta return, theta return. And then there is a stroke. I think you have to just add, I have not shown there. Write down stroke. You require to have stroke. So stroke 20 millimeters, write down, add in the data. Stroke is 20 millimeters. Now see what we do. This is a case of constant velocity. I am talking about problem 1. And it is a case of constant velocity motion. So here we are supposed to draw a curve of displacement versus angle. So first 90 degrees, you can take any scale, 90 degrees. So when it rotates by 90 degrees, you want the follower to lift up by 20 millimeters. So this is 20 millimeters. Now this you have to take by 1:1 scale. Actual 20 mm you have to take here. This can be any scale. This has to be 1:1 scale. So 20 millimeters here, any scale here, somewhere we have marked 90 degree angle. That means when the angle is 0, the displacement is 0. This is the initial position. When the angle is 90 degree, that means when the cam rotates and when this point comes here, that time you want the follower to go up by 20 millimeters. So if you just draw like a graph, then the follower which is here at the start, it should reach here after the first 90 degrees. Then the next 90 degrees it will remain in that position. So I'll just show this next 90 degrees, that means 180 degrees. It will continue to be at the same height. So this is a graph. There will be one graph coming here also, which I have not yet drawn, but this is very easy to draw because the distance is going to be constant during this much interval, because it is dual. That is theta rise. And then the next 180 degrees, that is 360 degrees total, it is going to come down. That means the follower will be at 0 position when the angle is 0, at 20 mm high when the angle is 90. It will remain there for the next 90, and then it will come down for the remaining 180 degrees when this rotates like this. So now when it moves from here to here, the displacement is 20 millimeters, and this displacement is to be occurring at a constant velocity. So what is the meaning of constant velocity? Distance upon time is constant, that is constant velocity. So V is constant, that means displacement upon time is constant. So this angle is same as time. Therefore the line will be a straight line. So this, during this part, the curve will be a straight line. The curve will be a straight line. Suppose I show this by y and this I show by theta. Then this is, y is a function of theta. If you want still more clarification, y is a function of theta. Whatever the curve you are drawing, that curve is y, which is changing as per theta. So dy by d theta is equal to see d theta is the angle. That means suppose you now draw a line like this anywhere, then this is going to be your dy, and this is going to be d theta. So dy by d theta, that is the slope of this line. We'll take it like dy by dt. This velocity is distance upon time. So dy by dt is dy by d theta into d theta by dt. So now dy by d theta is this curve, and d theta by dt is omega. Now since we say that the velocity is constant, dy by dt velocity is constant, so this constant, everything is constant, so therefore it is a straight line. So now what we see is the displacement total 20 mm is taking place after 90 degrees of rotation. So now next thing is, we are dividing this 90 degrees into certain number of equal divisions. So that is left to you to decide what are the equal divisions. So suppose I divide this into, let's say, 6 parts. 6 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So when you do, you take this length in such a way that you will be able to divide that length into 6 parts. Once you do that, then we are going to draw vertical lines from each of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 is already there. So there are 6 vertical lines are drawn at equal distance. See, this division is equal. Division has to be 6 equal parts. Now here also, this 90 degrees you have to divide into 6 parts. So I'll draw them, say something like this, and then draw lines like this. One, two, three, 4, 5 and 6. So we are divided theta rise into, theta rise angle is divided into 6 parts. It can be any number of parts, but whatever number of parts you divide the angle, same number of parts you have to divide this length. Now what it shows, when the angle is 0, displacement is 0. When the angle is 90 degrees, the displacement is going to be this much. I will call this as, let us say, this distance as S6, this is S5. So S4, S3, S2, S1 and S0. So when it is 90 degrees, the displacement is S6. So this S6 you have to measure here, which is 20 mm. So measure 20 mm, and wherever it comes, suppose it comes here, then you have to mark this point here on 6. So that this distance is S6, which is 20 mm. Then S5 is this much distance, we don't know how much it is, just take it on divider and mark it on the line on number 5. So this is S5 you have taken. Similarly S4, there is S4 here, so S4 comes here. Then there is S3, then there is S2, and then here there is S1. So we have marked different distances S1, S2, S3, S4 and S5, S6 on the corresponding lines. Now what they show, what this means, when the cam rotates and when this line number 1, suppose I am holding this pen at the place of line number 1. So when this line number 1 comes here, that time the follower will go up by a distance equal to S1. So therefore this much distance we have taken as S1. So like that, on line number 2 we have taken S2. On line number 3 we have taken S3. On line number 4 there is S4, line number 5 S5, and line number 6, last line is S6. So that when line number 6 comes here, the follower will be rising up. It will be rising up by distance equal to S6. So now we are going to join these points, starting from this point and then all these points, like this. So this becomes the shape of the cam during the first 90 degrees. Now the next thing is, remain next 90 degrees, it is going to remain same height. So height is going to remain the same. So on this line we are going to mark again S6, which is 20 mm. So from here to here it is going to be 20 mm, which means what? You have to draw a arc of a circle with center, this center and this much radius. So that will be a arc of a circle. So this you are drawing as an arc of circle with center at the center of the cam. So this is the dwell time. Then what next is, from here till here it is going to come down with a uniform velocity. That means this is line number 6, which is this, which is 20 mm. Line number 0 is here, and this 180 degrees, this is 180 degrees. Theta return. This 180 degrees you have to divide into same number of parts what you are going to do here. So suppose I divide this again into 6 parts. One, two, three, 4, 5 and 6. Then same way you have to divide here also into 6 parts. So this is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and this is 0. This line is 0. So we have divided 180 degrees into 6 parts. and this distance also we are divided into 6 parts. See, the length is not important because the heights you are going to get same. Irrespective of length, the heights you are going to get same. Say for example, this even if you increase, still S pi will be the same S pi in any length, like that. So now what next? We need to know S pi, etc. In fact, they are going to come same. Same heights are going to come here also. But still I will show you here. So again it is a uniform velocity. So join it by straight line. Then draw these vertical lines. In fact, this should be 5 here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. In fact, you have to write down here. And then the vertical lines. And then this is S5, S4, S3, S2, S1 and then 0. Now these distances which are same as these distances, you have to take on the corresponding lines. So here you take S5, then here you take S4, on 3 you take S3, on 2 you take S2, on 1 you take S1 and this is 0. So once you do this much, now we have to join all these points so that it will come to 0 again. So when you do that, so when you are going to draw by proper scale, it will come proper. I am just drawing as freehand, but you can draw it by proper scale as a practical number 1. So that time it will be a proper shape. Here I am doing a lot of explanation also. So some of the things are written here. When you draw, it will be a very clear figure. And in this figure, once you draw, you have to show the base circle, then the angle, theta rise, theta dwell, etc. And the follower. Then you have to draw this graph also. This graph shows how the displacement versus time or angle is varying, and that shows that it is a uniform velocity case. So what it shows now is that the cam is lifting the follower with a constant velocity, and it is coming down also with a constant velocity, and that we are ensured by drawing a graph here which is a straight line which represents constant velocity. Straight line means what? Distance and time, that is constant. If you take anywhere, if you draw triangles, then this is dy, this is dx.